A mind like steel. Truth telling's his weapon, he's the real damn deal. From Witsit's Hubris Valley Ranch to Vlad's rage, he's lighting up lives with a sailor's rage. He ain't no skeptic, just a bullshit slayer, with a cup of rum and a truth conveyor. When someone says they control the sky, he just smirks and says, nice try. He's unfornicated, no fluff or spin, debunking the madness again and again. From flat earth fools to the art brigade, he's cutting through with a sharpened blade. It's the unfornicated, declassified files tonight, and the STD report is locked in tight. Where STD means stupid theory debug, he's dropping truth bombs while he's getting drunk. In his Hawaiian shirt with that sailor grin, he'll call out they, who the hell's them again? No patience for myths, no time for pride. He'll bury bad science and let facts ride. He's unfornicated, bringing truth with style, laughing through the chaos all the while, with the rum in his hand and logic on deck. He's sinking dumb claims like a shipwrecked wreck. He'll say they're lying, he says name one. You say Earth's flat, he's already done. You bring a wild claim, he brings the heat. Dance the truth storm you'll never beat. Yeah, unfornicated, living loud, no tinfoil nonsense allowed in the crowd. He's the sailor of sanity, the rum-soaked guide, keeping reason afloat while conspiracies die. So here's to Dan and his fearless style, sinking fake news with a tipsy smile. If you're spouting garbage, expecting owls, he'll roast you on the unfornicated, declassified fight.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to a wonderful Monday night. Um, I had a lot of things to say today, and I completely got derailed after watching Icy Spin's latest a clip. Starting to second guess myself now. Um, uh, Look, I don't want to spoil it. Go to Icy Spin's channel and watch his most latest troll stalking video. It's quite enlightening, I think is the right term I want to use. Um, all right, let me just pull up what I'm supposed to be doing here because I kind of forgot what was going on. Let's see. I kind of forgot what we were doing tonight. Oh, here's what we're doing tonight. No, that's not what I wanted. That's the wrong. It's the wrong thing. Damn it. It's funny. I have the script up for the or most of it I'm done for the award show, and I'm bringing it up for whatever reason, and I'm not finding my notes for tonight because I'm having issues. All right, forget it. Tonight is not about nominations, or I'm sorry, tonight's not the award show. Tonight's about nominations. This is why we get a hoodie tonight because it's cold AF here, and yeah, it's been fun. What can I say? Wind is a bitch. And wind chill is an MFer, if there ever was one. But I digress. Don't worry, I'll stop using the acronyms here after about the first minute because I have to kind of behave myself for YouTube for the first minute. And after that, I can just go ape shit. So, tonight is about nominations. I'm going to show the trophies because one came in, the last one came in today. And we're going to discuss some of the nominations that have been put forward. I've kind of pared down the list for some of them. And we're going to open it up for last minute nominations. So speak now or forever inhale cope. That's the only way I got to say it. And I don't mean cope as in the copium emporium. I mean copium as in the fine powder. Calder, I'm going to time you out for that, you MFer. Of course, it's funny because actually, let's take a quick diversion here. Calder was talking shit on Sunday about how his football team, American football team, the Broncos are going to win, and my American football team, the Patriots, were going to lose, and was basically adamant about it. I mean, it wasn't like trolling, talking shit. He just made a very prominent and specific statement. And about 8 hours later, he had to eat a giant shit sandwich because he was wrong on all the courts. So Calder, fuck you, bud. So, yeah. So let's kind of get into it a little bit tonight. Let me pull up my notes for all my things. All right, so here's how it's going to work. I don't want to necessarily put up for votes because I know there's a way to hide the votes, but I really didn't think this through. I mean, let's be honest. I do shit half-assed, right? So I didn't really think this all the way through, and I started late. So January, when we start this again for next year, I will be much more in tune as far as what's going on and stuff like that. So this year, we're going to, well, a lot of the styling of the award show is going to be a straight ripoff of the Oscars. What can I say? And I don't even want the presenters to know who the winners are. So I have selected a secret panel to help decide the winners. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to show you what my current list is as far as the front runners for each individual category. If you have any other nominations, I want you to come up and say it with your chest on a Discord channel, or you can put it in chat, or you can send me a message, or you can send me an email. So, yes, Cope, I had to clarify that. So let's talk real quick about our wonderful. Let me pull up OBS because I want to make sure you guys can see this shit because green screen's a pain in the ass. So we have 3 trophies to give out for the Humblies. The lowest level, well, it's a participation trophy. For basically, it's kind of like a thank you for playing. Like at least you were there and nothing else. And that is this trophy right here. So, yes, it's a meme. My daughter explained it to me, and she loves this trophy, actually. Valid point, Roger. Valid point. Now, for our individual categories, we have 6 categories. So for our individual categories, we have this. And it says the Humbly Award presented by Unfornicated. So this will, I only have one of these. Had I thought about it, I would have made extras and actually like sent them out to the guest presenters. So that way they would be able to have one on screen with them. But again, timing. So that is our category award. It's not a very prominent trophy, but I think it speaks volumes. Then we have the grand prize. And we'll get into the names of all these and everything else. But this right here is the Rear Admiral's Award for most underachieved as presented by Unfornicated. It's even got a look. It's got a little gold star on it for them to be able to put up and say they earned a gold star. We have the prominent. Well, let's be honest. This is the end that all the proofs come from anyway. And, look, who wouldn't want 12 inches, in their hand, on a daily basis? So this right here is the grand prize. So now I'm going to say that, and I'm not saying this because it's, I don't want any of you guys to do anything about it, is that between those 3 trophies is about the best $50 I have ever spent. So, yeah, that's just the way it's going to be. I put my money where my mouth is. I commit to the bit. What can I say? Cygnus, you're getting a little ahead of yourself, bud. Look, you guys are already lobbying in the chat. We haven't even gone over who the categories are and what they are. Okay. For those who don't know, in the actual Discord, we have an end of year awards channel. You can go in there and list at the pinned comment all the different awards and kind of what they're for. And you can provide your last minute nominations, which Specs did, and who was it? Steel City did just recently. He was also fondling the hole in my horse trophy, and I had to gaslight him. So, for those who are wondering about the gaslighting, in the thumbnail, if you notice, there is an absolute reflection of me in a hoodie as a blob on the horse's ass as I'm taking a picture of it. And I was using, I forgot what brush I was using. I was using a warp brush or a glow brush or a blur brush or something like that. And I went to blur out that, and I think I inadvertently picked the wrong brush, and it made like this giant cavity into the horse's ass. And if you weren't here, what was it, like an hour and a half before it started, you wouldn't have seen it because I changed it right away because I saw Steel City's comment and I'm like, oh shit. And I had to, because I don't save my my thumbnails, I had to go in and start over. So that's why we have the thumbnail that we have now. So yeah. So let's get into some of the awards, shall we? And then once I go through the list, if there's anyone that you believe is missing, by all means, this will be an open forum. We'll be taking them all in under advisement. I may veto them live. I may think they're not as strong. But the point is, I want to give the panel, our secret voting panel, 4 choices. I was going to limit it to 3, but I figured sometimes you just need that extra one because I'm having a hard time bringing it down to 4. So I'm absolutely pawning off all responsibility on who wins on these 4 unsuspecting people who actually didn't even volunteer, who were put into a Discord channel and told what they're going to be doing. So they were voluntold, as we call it. So let's get started into this. Let me actually before we get, I want to pause a little bit. I am wildly excited about this. I sent a message to Mike because he's in the intro video prominently. I want to make sure he saw it and he was okay with it. So CMS did the intro song and video, and he burned basically every credit and then some to make sure he got it right. A fantastic job. I cannot wait to show it to you guys. We are going to have Olivia as our red carpet reporter. So she's writing her own script. I'm having no input. I'm letting her roast as she goes. I don't care. I'm letting her do her own thing. So for those who don't know my daughter, this will be your very first actual introduction, so to speak. And she's a little bit like me. Well, actually, I think CK would actually agree. She's a lot like me. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna have that as the lead up into the fantastic video. Then we're going to have our award show, and like I said, when I say I rip off from Oscars, I'm not saying I'm just talking about the color of the statues. We're going to do a nice little opening monologue. We're going to have like a midpoint monologue. We're going to have an in memoriam montage of all streamers who have been gone, forgotten, or irrelevant. And we have a couple of sponsors. We're going to, cut them in there where we can. And then we're going to give away the grand prize at the end. And I haven't checked with Max. I don't know if Max is even in here or not. He might be getting ready for his stream. And by the way, we should all go to Max's stream after this. Prevents me from going to 6 hours. That's the key here. But with, I haven't talked to Max this, but there will be an after party after the shows because I want all your honest feedback and everything else. And as I'm putting this together, and I have my OBS right over here, and I have all the different scenes and everything else, it is like I have to redo every button on my Stream Deck because I don't want to be sitting down for this. I want to be standing up. And so my desk is going to be a little bit of a distance away. So I'm going to have to do something to mitigate this. But there's going to be a lot of scene changes and things going back and forth. When I say I'm making this a production, I am not lying. Yes, I will be providing strippers and blow in the after party. Bruce, I know you're kidding when you say that because I'm not that old. Nick, yes, Nick, and you're absolutely right. I'm actually debating whether or not I'll be wearing shorts or pants. There may be blackjack, there may be spins of wheel, there may be giveaways. I don't know. It really depends how much rum I drink during the award show and how well it comes off. Because if I'm in a fantastic fucking mood and I've had a lot of rum, I might just be giving shit away from the store. Who knows? Wait, no, CK, you can't offer me. You can't be telling everybody I'm going to be providing strippers and blow, and you are completely not including yourself in that. Like that's pretty one way. You know, you're like overselling it now. So yes, pants are and always have been optional. However, I don't think any of you guys will be wanting to see me in boxers. Although boxers, Hawaiian shirt, suit jacket, and untied bow tie, that's a look. Um, but so here we go. So yes, it is a full-on um production. Like the guest speakers are all gonna have the same background. It has the Humbly Awards on them. If you guys watch Max's channel, you got a preview of what the background's gonna look like. In fact, I can even do it right now. Hold on a second. Let's bring this up so you guys can see this real quick. Here is our awards background. And again, thanks to CMS for this. And I have a new transition. Well, it's the same transition, just different. To give me that 2 or 3 seconds to click the button and then jump back real quick and not fall into the wall and create a big hole in the drywall that now is going to fuck with the green screen. But you know, it's going to give me that 2 seconds. So yeah, that's where we're at. But yes, I'm going to make it a big production. I want to make it a big production. I hope it goes as half as good as I see it in my head, because I'm going to be laughing every time I watch it. And here's the thing. I'm going to try to deadpan this as much as I possibly can. If you've seen the CC impersonations, I deadpan it and there's like just no, like there's no cracks in the fourth wall. I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. No, I'm going to prevent putting a hole in my wall, Calder. That's the idea. Oh, Cope. Okay, so you can go ahead and fly up from Australia and help take the man-sized hole out of my wall in my apartment that I would have to fix before I, give it back. Because I don't think my security deposit is going to cover a hole that big. I will say this, and my daughter pointed this out. AI seems to have a problem with my face because in the opening intro, the software that CMS uses makes me look about 15 years older and about 25 pounds heavier. And I'm almost offended if the rest of it wasn't like just killer. Like they hit every cameo spot on. I'm talking MC Tune, FTFE, The Drunk the Bunk Show, DPD Bunks, Matt from Whatcast, and there's some other ones. Hit every one spot on. And then there's me. And it's like, fuck. And my daughter was laughing because she took a picture that she had of me on her phone and was trying to turn me into a cartoon avatar like Mike uses. And it was just terrible. And she kept doing it over and over. She goes, Dad, I ran out of credits. AI doesn't like your face. See, Bruce, that's why I look when I watch Derp, I only do it when I'm actually doing laundry. So if I throw a balled up socks at the TV, I'm not buying a new TV. Yes, I see spin. Thank you with that. So let's get into the category, shall we? So remember, our category trophy award is this little guy. Now, we have a couple, some of these I got the names down, but I was given some. Well, Adam called them corrections, but then lined it out and said suggestions. So I'm still trying to figure out what he meant by that, but I digress. Let's start with the first one. The first one is the Trousseau best use of crayon apart from eating it. Okay. Now, this is basically for the best visual reference, whether drawn, programmed, or built, for that proves absolutely nothing. Now, the nominees that we have. Oh, let me get caught up here. Skynet's on to me already. Oh, wait, here. Wait, you just replied to me something that just reminded me. I didn't have a problem starting the stream today. There was not 3 restarts. I don't know why I didn't notice that. Maybe because I'm trying to block that shit out of my head, but the new router, the tri-band with the 6G, seems to be working. Yes. Oh, Aldebaran, that reminds me. I need to download. Hold on. Talk to amongst yourselves for one moment, please. I absolutely need to download a drumroll. I meant to do that, and instead I was eating pizza and watching football stuff. Let me come in. Let's see. Sound effects. Drumroll, please. Nope. Yep, maybe that one. Maybe that one. Nope. All right, we'll do that one. Nope, that's the one. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. Oh, mystery roll? Hold on. Let me go back to the mystery roll. I almost picked that one. Hold on. What was that? This one? Is that the one you're talking about, Icy? With the tinglings in there? I can't remember what the hell they're called. The little hanging wind chimes. Oh, okay. Perfect. We're gonna use that one. I wanted to pick that one anyway, but I was like, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we're just going to play that. All right. So here we go. All right. Let me kill rid of this. See, look, it's not a Dirt Venger and Unfornicated stream unless I fuck it up somewhere along the way. So now we cleared that up. Let's talk about the category. So best use of crayon apart from eating it. The nominees. We have Kyle Adams and his Flat Earth textbook. Actually, hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Our second nominee is going to be, where the hell did that just go? There we go. Flatzoid and his MS Paint Radar Horizon. I'm not going to do applause after each one. Our third nomination is going to be Stephen Alonso and Flat Earth University. And last, but certainly not least, for the best use of crayon apart from eating it, our last nomination is Joe Hanvey and a Salad Bowl. So those are the top 4 nominations. If you think that you have one that would top one of those 4, you can send it to me in Discord, send it to me in emails, send it to me. Just start making notes somewhere, and we'll wait till we get through all 6, and you can send them over to me, and we'll go over them. Now, our next category is the best calculation for math, which, let's be honest, it's awarded for the catastrophic math that basically counts as crimes against logic. Our first nominee for this is going to be Kevin and Stone with the ILS experiment. Our second nomination, by the way, we have 5 in this one because there was a late entry. Dick Wayne. Because Dick Wayne says 1 times 2 or 1 times 1 equals 2, and 5 divided by 0 is 5. Don't know how to say that one. Our next nomination, Roger Ledwell, for using quadrants on his GoFundMe and fucking up the math beyond belief, because apparently $40,000 divided into quadrants is $6,000. Also, the use of Siri to find out for his version of the final debate, where he was going to say he's going to donate $25 for every Glober that comes up to 8 Globers. He didn't know what the final total was, and instead he had to ask Siri on stream. As in, Siri, what is 8 times 25? Our next nominee is Iron Horse, and I don't need measurements or units. Now, this is an odd one because I felt this could have gone into a different category. But the fact that 0 is still, like, you still use math to get measurements, and he just refuses them, means he kind of just refuses math. So that's like, it's like participation only, I guess. I don't know how to make it. It made sense when I put him on here. And our last and final contestant, or nomination for math is Sam for metric imperial time and curvature measurements to prove a flat Earth. Now, that's 2. We got 4 more to go. Hopefully you guys are finding this half as fucking funny as I do right now. Our next award is for excellence in embalming. Basically, it's for beating that dead horse. And we're honoring the most dedicated recycling of long debunked claims or sources. Our first nomination for that is OTW with his debate with Jaron, bringing up the NASA document of a rigid aircraft of constant mass from 1984. Our second nomination is Angels of Shite for his nose down model that he had to zoom out of. And Bob the Science Guy had to point out that thanks for debunking yourself. But it's the premise that planes have to nose down all the time to go over curvature. Our third one is fittest flat earther. For no specific claim, then he recycles his own videos, including putting his entire video behind him on TikTok. So you have two versions of his chin taking up 3/4 of the screen. But he recycles every single one of them, it seems like every month. And our last contestant for the excellence in embalming, we have Flatzoid and the 11 frames. All right. 3 down, 3 to go. Our next one is, this was the hardest one. I'm not going to lie. And I think you'll agree too, because when you have so many to choose from, how do you pick the top ones? And what I mean by that is, I'm talking about cherry picking champion. Now, basically, it's awarded, it's kind of self-explanatory, we already know, but it's awarded for the most selective, out of context citation of the year. So, our nominees are Vlad from Ironwork 92 Million for ignoring all evidence of TFE because Jaron didn't show his ticket fast enough. Did not matter that Dave had a ticket, Toon had a ticket, and Jaron and Witsit were in all their videos. He needs their tickets. Our next nomination, Kevin and Man of Stone, again, for their error margins. And I'll just leave it at that. Next, we have Awake Souls. Now, I could not keep the Soul Glow brothers down. I had to include them, and this seemed to be the right place because they are using an entire globe model for their virtual reality flat Earth. And last but not least, for cherry picking champion, we have again Angels of Shite for his flight model being based on a globe and showing you this much of it. All right. 4 down, 2 more categories to go, and then we'll get into the participation trophy and the Rear Admiral's Award candidates. Here we go. Now, again, these aren't the final list. These are the list I have right now. This live stream has always been planned on the off chance that somebody's not on Discord. Somebody doesn't know how to find my email. Somebody was just so enveloped in derp, they could not get their way out of the quicksand to send me what they wanted. That's what the stream's for. If you absolutely have a candidate, a nomination who you think belongs on that list, by all means, I'll give you the opportunity to state your case, and we will absolutely entertain it. Sound good? All right. Now we are in to the next award, which has 2 names. It's the Power of Nuh-uh, or also known as the Dude No Ryan Award for, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's basically denying the absolute evidence right in front of their face, using the power of nah for the most compelling evidence to destroy their worldview that they just ignore. Now, now, you might be guessing some of these, but that's okay. I like that. Our first nominee should be no surprise. Demok. Thanks to his conversation with Red, where he had a choice between one that didn't comport with reality and had errors, and one that comported with reality and had no errors, and he was forced to choose. Our second nomination, goes to Dick Wayne on Tune, which coincidentally is now part of a DVids video called Whatever. In which case, Tune explained that the sun sets every day without changing angular size, and Dick Wayne's pulled out that trump card of whatever and beat back that evidence like it was a redheaded stepchild. Our third candidate is going to be Bev, for doing an actual experiment of the what is it? It's the Black Tower or Blackwater Tower in the UK, and completely ignoring 30 meters missing and saying it's flat. And our last nomination for the power of nah is Mikey Smith, for his absolute refusal to look or watch any video by Reds or Astronomy Live. Blackpool Tower. Thank you. That's what it was. Blackpool. Is that what I named it as? No, I fucked that up. This is why you don't do shit at 3:00 in the morning, by the way. Okay. We have our last category here. Okay. And I know you guys have all been waiting to hear Mikey's name. Okay. But our last category before we get into the grand prize. The last category is the Friendly Fire Award. So now, this one I want to kind of pause on because I've been debating on whether or not to include a nomination. And because it was one of those things of, I don't think it was malicious intent, but at the same time, it goes with the award and alienating your entire community. So this one might be a little touchy. This one might be a little changey. We'll see what happens. So the Friendly Fire Award, and we'll start with the first one that's a little iffy. And that is Curious UK debunks for platforming Holly to allow her to further dox the Drunk Debunk the show, have no mods on Discord, and post an ill-advised video poking fun at somebody in the community. Our second nominee is Flat Earth Reconnaissance and the Weiss Files. Don't need to say anything else besides that. Our third nominee is Nathan Oakley. And take your pick. Witsit, coming in to ask for help about the 24-hour sun. Arwen. Angels of Shite. Look, the list is too long for me to type. And our last nominee for the Friendly Fire Award is Flat Earth Dave for doxing his entire community, for his Vika meltdown, for having to actually defend the TFE to say it's not fake, as well as posting a racist background while on a live stream with Vlad and Blacklight. I think that sums up everything. I don't think I need to say more than that. So there you have it. Those are the 6 categories. And there's some tough ones in there. Now, to be fair, I'm not going to put this all onus on the 4 unnamed. Should I name them? No, I'm kidding. Unnamed individuals who are going to be doing the voting. If there's no consensus, then I will take it upon myself to choose for them, which is fine. We're going to do a majority rule. There's 4 people in there, plus me. I'm the tie-break vote. If we can't come to a consensus, then, and everyone's going to have a chance to state their case, right? And I could always pull a Vlad and decide that I'm going to overrule and veto and make my own decision. But we know that won't happen because I'm not a dick. Well, I'm not a dick to people in my own community, but that's beside the point. Okay. So, what are we going? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the last category, the Rear Admiral's Award here. This fancy trophy can be yours from winning this. Now, this award is for the biggest underachievement of 2025. Now, this is year specific. This is going to be an annual thing. That means a lifetime underachievement award doesn't count. We might have one of those later. 2024 doesn't count. Just 2025. So here we go. Our nominees are Witsit for being the most expensive piece of luggage, for going on Oakley's stream to ask for help. I think begging might be a better term. His personal issues requiring also mass amounts of funds to be grifted from his community. Failure to answer Shiva's email within 4 to 5 days. His Ether Summit. His Jaren debate at the Ether Summit. His, I guarantee you I'm going to get back to streaming comment that's been said 4 times and be regular about it. And no Candace Owens spotlight. Now, that's number 1. Oh, yes, and the ticket. Let me add that to the notes. No ticket. Well, didn't he also have a meltdown on Vlad? Well, I'll add it to my notes. We'll see if I'll have to look into that. If there's some field reporters want to look into that, was Witsit just generally Witsit, or was he like meltdown Witsit? I don't remember. Aldebaran, like I said, we might expand this next year. And here's the thing too, like this. Let me finish this, and I want to come back to the award ceremony. Okay, so let me just finish this. We're only at number 1 so far. We still have 3 more candidates. Our next candidate is Mikey Smith for his failed lawsuit against CSA, calling National Geographic radio observatories and optical ones, calling Judy Resnick, his friendly fire at people in his own chat, having no gas while in Vegas to return home, and posting a 30-minute crying video when Mike from the Drunk to Bunk show hurt his feelings. That's number 2. Number 3. We have Roger Ledwell, who has had a failed GoFundMe to fund his trip to Antarctica for 2 years running, applying for jobs in Antarctica for ones he is hopelessly underqualified for earning 10% of his needed money on his GoFundMe, of which $3,400 was from an anonymous, donation. His phone calls to ALE, his final debate Timu version, which actually resulted in, last time I checked, no full donation that he said he would do. And going so far as to admit things of saying he worked at the USGS just to find out it was cleaning the offices. So that's number 3. Oh, Marcus, check with CSA. He'll tell you all about it. Yes, I see spin for knowing everything and nothing simultaneously. Absolutely. That's a good point. And our last nominee for the grand prize is Flat Earth Dave. For, again, doxing his entire community with the Zap, his Vika meltdown, his TFE not being fake and defending it, his racist background on a live stream, his utter humiliation in multiple live streams, including Sam Hyde and Shiva, and not showing up for the Shiva stream and pawning it off on anybody and everybody so he could lace up his runners and make like Forrest Gump. And there you have it. So, if you have nominees that you believe should be on the list, now is your time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. We can do this in Discord on voice. We can do this through chat. You can send me an email. It's really hard, okay? I'm going to go slow. It's unfornicated@gmail.com. But yeah, that's where my list stands. There are some tough categories, but they should be tough because, to be honest, if they said they wanted me to send this to them, I will. And the funny thing is, a friend of mine on X, on Twitter, he's from the same area that I live in. He recently graduated from college nearby, Poly, as a polytechnical college. He ended up getting a job at GE in a different part of the country now and had to move away. But he works with a bunch of veterans. And when I showed him this, he wanted to know how he can get one. So this one's spoken for and will be on his desk for all the veterans to ask him, what the fuck? So, Joe, this is coming to you. But that doesn't mean I will order another one and maybe order 5 of them to make sure that we have them to go around. So, there's our list. What are your thoughts? Anybody should maybe be taken off, maybe be replaced. Now's your chance. Have at it. Oh, by the way, I sent a message to Whatcast tonight because Roger Ledwell is reviewing Whatcast and Jaron's TikTok video that he had on his Ustream. And Whatcast is apparently up and moving on his way to work enough to where he answered my message already. So there we go. We have and I took everyone's kind of considerations. I had multiple people, offering different nominations, and I kind of consolidated them, put them together, and then there's a few ones that they didn't really fit the category, but I didn't think they were strong enough, in my opinion. And granted, I don't have exposure to all 12 tribes of Flurf, but I think that my exposure to derp is well-rounded. So that's where we sit. What is Whale Panties has been killing me with this VIP. He wants to know what's in the VIP attendee gift basket for awards night. Well, it's going to include a pepper mill. It's going to include a gym sock, for those private times that you want to cry about afterwards. And there might be a few other surprises in there. Joe Black and his wants to come up with Oakley for participating in his book, but he was in the room. Oh, wait, that's right. We didn't talk about the participation trophy. Now, let me kind of set the stage here real quick. Originally, this was going to be our category awards, with the main award going to be this. But I figured, look, size doesn't matter, so we've been told, right? But the size is part of the humor. But then when I was online looking for stuff, I just found this, and it just screamed a gold star and everything else. So I turned this back into a new one in the participation trophy. And right now, we don't really have a participation trophy nominations, except for Kevin and the Shiva experiment. But Joe brings up a valid point. Maybe Oakley should be in the running for this, for at least being in the same room while the book was being written. It includes an inflatable globe that won't inflate. 85, quit. Look, you weren't. When I asked you for ideas, I didn't mean you could tell them all the ideas. It's a surprise bag. So, but yeah, that's where we are. So that's the list. So now is your chance. Okay, so Cygnus brings up a valid point, and this is something that Tiny Captain hit me up with too. Flatzoid, I mean, he could be in the Rear Admiral's running, and hear me out here. Okay, I'm going to add this to my list here real quick, because one, we have the formal invite code, right? Two, I am no longer a flat earther, except on Fridays when I do a flat earth show. 3, there's the wank crying. 4 is the 11 frames. 5 is the utter compass fail, where he's actually standing next to the one metal pole on an entire beach and wonders why it's pointing in a weird direction. Um, let's see. Oh, his MS Paint drawing, and let's just call it the whole conversation with the panel of, well, intellectual geniuses about, radar horizon to the sun and how radar works and radio works and everything else. Sorry, my ears are ringing. Tinnitus is a bitch. That's all I got to say. Um, so Steel City, I would have said no, I can't include 11 frames, except that he finally came out of hiding to talk to Reds about it. So now it's kind of relevant again. Oh yes, that Victoria, you're right. I forgot about that. The sun angle was off by 1/2 degree with naked eye. Therefore, Earth flat. Oh, yes. My mom bakes cakes. You're absolutely right. Bicycle. Absolutely right. Oh, you're talking about UK Steve for the why didn't you call me for the participation award? Hmm. Okay. Well, hold on. The thanks for playing, because, Nathan Thompson, right? Thanks for playing participation trophy. By the way, I haven't seen Steve from UK recently. Has anybody? Why didn't you call me from Antarctica? Kevin, because reasons. Shiva. And what was the other one we said? Oakley. Oakley. Or let's call it book editor. No, not an editor. What is it? It's a for being a publication agent for the FE book. All right, I apparently missed something here. Hold up. What did I miss? Oh, 85. The bicycle was I don't want to leave much credence to this, but DP Debunks did a great video on this on his channel. And it basically, he referred to that the only reason why Lisbeth was invited was for, let's say, entertainment purposes. Oh yeah, and the rebrand after. Um, I see spin. Is he though? Because you got to include Roger in that in that category. Yes, yes, Whale Pennies. There is an in memoriam interlude for the Flirts, who are no longer streaming with us. Would you guys like those names, or do you want to just wait to see them? I think you guys should wait to see them. I'm not going to show the whole show tonight. Come on. What did Steel City say that was a good call? What did I miss? Oh, it was a rebrand. Yeah, good call. Absolutely good call on that one. Um, yeah. So my mom bakes cakes. There's a few of them. I kind of put it at around 6 months, with the one exception. If it wasn't 6 months or more, then then if it was 6 months or more, I kind of included them. But I don't want to run the joke too long. So I had to kind of like pick some of the bigger names, more relevant names, names I knew maybe, to kind of make it a little more compact. Because doing a 4 minute montage while you guys are all laughing about, black and white montages of streamers, it'd be great if maybe I had 100 of them. But 20 of them might be a little too much. So I thought I was going to pare it down to, like, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Unless you guys think you guys would want a full 4 minute, 4.5 minute montage of streamers that are gone. Because you can include Taboo Conspiracy. He hasn't done anything in 4 or 5 months, or 5 or 6 months. You can include LEO. You can include, some other people who are doing stuff. Oh, Clarence, that's right. That is right. God said no mods. Flats is getting, look. I had a personal favorite for the Rear Admirals Award, but I'm starting to wonder if that favorite's going to win now. Now, yes, whale paintings. We are going to expand this next year, and I believe a lifetime achievement award is warranted. And there might be uh the JRR trophy for Jaren, Raichi, and Ranty you know, uh for leaving a cult award, a bravery award. Yeah. Oh yeah, his failed GoFundMe. What was that go? Oh yeah, I mean, how much money has he gotten on his GoFundMe for his car issues? I saw he posted something saying that he was so appreciative of all the support he's been getting. Um, I don't know. I mean, there were some people that had to be cut. Um, Chewie and his Sea Sparrow, thing was that was that was kind of like cherry picking, if there ever was one. Although maybe we should put QE in there instead of Angels of Light twice. Um, there we go. Yeah, start a poll real quick. Calder, I would add Tron, but I don't know enough about his things. I would say he'd definitely be in the running for next year, though. No, Cygnus, you're not the only one who hopes he walks home. So Icy, yeah. I mean, if it was just about the fundraising thing, I mean, it'd probably be. I think there should be its own grift category, and even though it's not a grift because he showed the receipts, but there should be maybe their own fundraising category somewhere along the line. Maybe we'll do that next year. Um, and but like Vlad's failures don't rise to the same level as the others on this list. I think. Almost $500 raise out of 1,200 bucks. Well, that's not too bad. Well, Pennies, you do have a point there. I'm going to take that under advisement as far as like, post a list of the awards not shown on the show. That's a valid point, but it's going to suck if I only have two. You know what I mean? It'd be like one of those like, what should we do here? Yeah, you're only talking about two. You're only talking about two candidates, I see. But I forgot what I forgot to put in for Flyer Dave. How about the fact that Dome Shot can no longer be bought in the U.S. or traded in the U.S.? That was a big fail. You know, Whale Panties, you bring up a valid point. I might have a closing credit screen of that sort of thing here. Oh, thank you. I see. I appreciate that. Let me add this to my note page. Hold on. We're going to call them in quotes technical awards. And I like some of your ideas here. Let's see. Most mute to a single stream. Let's see. Worst FE debate. I would probably just steal that from Whatcast. What was the other ones you said? Hold on a second. I took that as most mules in a single panel, but that could work too. Most geniuses, and I spell that with a J. Geniuses in a single panel. Let's see. Worst GoFundMe performance. Oh, thank you for the clarification, Steel City. Those shots are still being traded worldwide. I'm sorry. I should have been clear. But the digital currency is no longer being traded in the US. You can still get dome shots in the US. Just ask Vlad. Oh, most technical errors. There we go. Most technical errors in a stream. Oh, how about this? Here you go. I see. You can probably tell the winner of that. Longest stream with fewest words. Yeah, Jim Daniels. That I mean, that goes with Mikey's overall candidacy nomination. I knew you'd like that one. Yeah, yeah, Steel City G. I knew IC Spin would like that one. Oh, wait. I have one for the technical awards, but it really, really should be its own award. And I'm thinking about the most inhaled copium award. IC Spin, go fuck yourself. That's not funny. Um, yeah, probing, you're not wrong. Most echo chamber suites. There'd be some running for that because that'd be Vlad, that'd be JJ, that would be Dearth on his TikTok. That's that's a quality pick there. But I'm not going to be counting these things, by the way. These are going to be all subjective. Longest band list. Yeah, I think next year we're going to add some Globers on there. We're going to add something like Best Globe Proof presented by a Flat Earther. Right now, that's just kind of part of like Bev's Power of Nah. Um, uh, Maybe even do one that we call out a Globie that or actually hold on. This is a good segue. My channel was never supposed to be just Flat Earth. However, since I was dealing with Flat Earth, that was the content I already sort of had. And therefore, it was easy for me to make as I was getting my feet under me and understanding how all this shit works. Next year, and I'm going to be doing, and I'm not going to be, the award show is going to be the end of year stream. So I'll probably do one on either the 1st or the 2nd of January and kind of lay out what we're going to do for the year. But next year, one of the things I want to do is I'm going to start tackling more. I'm going to be doing more long form content, still doing lives, but I'm going to be more regular and I'm going to be doing more long form videos. And I want to start tackling some other ones. I still have HARP that needs to be finished. I want to talk about the 5G and their fucking stupid ass conspiracies. I want to talk about the injectable transmitters that don't exist. I want to talk about the body WAN, the BWAN, and how they use drones to track it. I want to go after NextRad and how it makes all these weird anomalies that are what the fuck ever. So it's because look, let's be honest, Flat Earth is more or less dead. I'm not saying I'm not going to do Flat Earth, but I'm just saying that my expertise it applies to conspiracies as a whole. So I'm going to be branching out more in that. So next year's awards will be more inclusive of conspiratards as a whole. Because if you notice, there is a name that I've taken pot shots at that are not on this list anywhere to be found. And I almost put them on the list. And I might still put them on the list. In fact, since you guys are all here, I'll ask you your opinion. First, okay, let's look at the poll. Angels of Light stays, QE. QE said the QEC Sparrow one does not get added. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. I will take that. Let's start a new poll. Okay, so there's the poll. So now that I posted the poll, here's the question. It should say should, by the way. Ashton Forbes had the worst year because Professor Dave dragged him. Oh, God. I mean, he treated him like a pimp. Like he was his own pimp and just had his way with him repeatedly. And Ashton just melted. He folded like a fucking lawn chair, but he's still going. And I took some pot shots at him. I'm nobody though, so who the fuck am I? You know, he doesn't give a shit about me, which is fine. I don't care. He's got some really weird fucking fanboys anyway. But you know, with his videos being debunked repeatedly, his main character syndrome of thinking that he's somebody, um, it it begs the question: should he be on the list for the Rear Admiral's Award, or is that something that because you know we know he's not going to stop, or should we wait until next year where it's a little more inclusive and leave these as kind of flat Earth awards? Steel City, you don't know who this is. You guys don't know who Ashton Forbes is. Okay. Ashton Forbes is a quote unquote investigative reporter who, for Malaysia Airlines 370, he's the one who said that he had these thermal images, these thermal videos, and these satellite videos of a plane with these orbs that went around and transported them to a hangar from the Indian Ocean to Diego Garcia using quantum teleportation. And that the U.S. has access to all this advanced tech, and they're not letting anyone know about it. And he had Jason Giorgiani on his show talking about, well, an armed revolt to make all this tech available that doesn't exist. And again, Ashton, like Flurfs, seems to think that he also had a run-in with Witsit on Twitter, which was fucking hilarious, but that was last year. But he seems to think that his reading of declassified, I'm not talking about FOIA, I'm talking about military documents that are marked declassified, as in like unclassified, like no classification. Thinks it gives him the breadcrumbs to be able to make all these stupid these assertions of what we have available to us in physics. If you want to see him get dragged, go to Professor Dave's channel and watch 2 videos. They're like an hour and a half long each of him dragging Ashton Forbes. Joe Black, you're not wrong. Yeah, it's slated for 2032 at this point. Yes, Aldebaran Mud Floods will also be on there next year, a little bit more than that. Hey, Steve's Creepy Van. Speaking of guest presenters, let's talk about our guest presenters real quick. We have Mike from the Drunk the Bunk Show. We have Max from Yerbe Mate Talks. And we also have Steve's Creepy Van is going to be a guest presenter. If those are my only 3 guest presenters, they get 2 each. Otherwise, we're going to figure out how to divide them all up. Steve, hit me up if you have a minute to let me know what award you want to take. Since you had the 3rd pick in the first round, you get the 1st pick in the 2nd round if I only stick with 3. So tell me the next 2 that you want if you check your Discord DMs. He is a lot more convincing than your average dope because he sells it. But if you slow him down and take his claims one at a time, it folds like lawn furniture. He has no basis for any of his claims whatsoever, except read this document, and that document doesn't say what he says it says. but no one looks in his little fanboy club because he's Ashton Forbes. He broke open MH370. All these people are alive. Dude, just don't tell their families. And if you watched my what video was that? I see, I forget. I think it was the paradigm shift video. I think it was a paradigm shift video that I did for where I called out some of the things that Ashton did. Yeah, the structures of stupid revolutions. If you look at that video, not that I'm telling everyone to watch my videos, but if you look at that video, that'll give you a little introduction about Ashton as well. Free energy, yeah, all that stuff. Your government, UFO, you name it, he's in all of it. Yep, you're absolutely right, Cygnus. Probing, here's the thing. Ashton is not a flurf, though. And to be honest, we could have included Jason Giorgiani on this because, you know, he's the one who said that he thinks there's a thermonuclear war on Mars and the survivors went into a spacecraft that became our moon that terraformed Earth for them to colonize it. And that's where humans came from. I mean, that alone, in addition to calling for open revolt to disclose all this secret tech, I mean, that makes him a strong candidate for end of year award too for the rear admiral. But it's a lot of ways to do that. Illusion, just back up and then hit fast, do 2 by and you'll get caught up real quick. Still see, I don't know if he started that, but he was definitely promoting it. Yeah, well, Aldebaran, you know, Avi Loeb, to quote Vlad, is, you know, would definitely be another runner too, but at least he does science, or he did science. He's just cashing in on books and fear porn now. So, all right, cool, Steve. Yeah, just hit me up. We got until, when this is going to happen. I'm waiting to figure out what day I have Olivia. It's going to be the 29th or 30th of this month. That's when it will be. I'm still waiting on what it is, and I have to coordinate with the presenters and make sure everyone's time works because people work. And I happen to be off for the rest of the year, and I don't expect everybody else to be able to do that. But, Steve, if you happen to have like a suit jacket to wear over, you know, your t-shirt or something like that with your hat, that'd be prime. But like you did with me, I'll give you the category. We'll go over it. But basically the presenters, I'm going to give them the category, what it's for, so they can read that out. I'm going to give them the nominees and, you know, what they're nominated for. And you can write 2-3 lines per nominee to do your own personal roast. And then I will tell you the winner as I'm doing the drum roll, which sounds like this. So, in the drum roll, I will give you the answer, and then if you have an envelope you can open while you're doing this, that would be great because I'm making this a big production. I am selling this for all it's worth. Did he target me, Steve? I don't remember that. I'm nobody. $85. I'm sure that's probably where he got it from because Jason Giorgiani is a philosopher and nothing else. Will Tom Cruise play Ashton? Maybe. Yeah, Icy Spin's doing the heavy lifting tonight on the modding. Thank you very much, Icy. Ooh, Steve's doing a monstrous flatsoid doc and it's going to hit hard. I love those. This ILS, I hope, hits hard on the either cosplayer globe dustbusters crowd. Let's see what else we got. Oh, CSA is going to do some pre-gaming with some trivia. That'd be cool. CSA, if you want, we can work it out and try to schedule it right. I don't want to do a really late night one because we have people in the UK and Australia and stuff like that. And I'll probably do it like, because Whatcast said he would do a presentation, but it depends on timing and stuff like that. So with him, it's going to be difficult. But I would like to maybe do this like, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Proby, see, probing. Here's the problem, though. I want PJ to feel left out. Yes, yes, I see. That was nuts. Like I said, I watched that video, um, and I seriously questioned doing this awards ceremony going forward because I didn't want to be called a troll stalker because I don't do this shit. um, who was it? Illusion was asking if DP is going to be there. I don't know. I sent him Discord messages. I sent him an email. I have no other no other way to get a hold of him. So if you want to drive down and find the fucking leprechaun and kick him in the ass for me, and ask him to be on the award show, I would appreciate it. If not, I'm waiting to hear back. Good to have a plan. I don't really have a plan. 85 M's. You realize that? You've been here long? But PJ went through so much losing his spanner. I know. Maybe we can give him a list of the technical awards for. Ooh, but see, I was thinking, like, most unintentional or most dramatic. Oh, here we go. Most dramatic performance resulting in unintentional comedy. But here's the problem with that. PJ is going to be in the running with Fakatzoid in his wank video. And Mikey in his crying video. I mean, that's some stiff competition there, so to speak. $85, you can reach out to him and give him a ring and be like, or see if he'll reply to you. I know he has a lot of personal shit going on. I don't want to bug him. But I do miss my boy, and he's I consider him a brother from another mother, and I want to ensure he's doing okay. I know he is, but I want to make sure he's doing okay. And, and see if he wants to participate, because here's the thing. There's been a lot of content creators who have done a lot for me this year, specifically CMS. And I'm not going to name them all because I'm going to run out of them. I mean, even Curious UK Debunks, even Steve's Creepy Van, Whatcast, Grounded Effects. But Mike and DP Debunks are the ones who pushed me to actually do the channel, and they helped me get it off the ground and helped me get started. So they are a little prominent. Oh, the peanut butter lube. Wow. Was that this year, though? Did it come out this year? Aldebaran. I've been waiting for the most awesome chat member from Hawaii award, and no, you can't nominate Lisa. Actually, Aldebaran's going to nominate your girlfriend for all the times that she has, um, has pulled you away. Yeah, Grounded Extracts is one of my favorite channels for his weekend things with him and his wife. He's just a cool guy. He shows up here. I don't know if he's here right now or not, but uh, the funny thing is he lives like less than like he lives just over an hour from me. So I got to make some arrangements to meet up with him for some coffee. See if he wants someone else to play a part. Although I think the funny part of it is him playing all the parts. It makes it pretty fucking funny. But yeah, his satire and his parodies are top notch. Like my satire is just straight dry humor, mocking. But then I try to teach. His is like an artistic satire, and it's kind of like in a way DP debunks, and some of his satire is very artistic, like Scam Moadib and uh, and some of the things that he hits onto that are very genuine, and I appreciate it. And I mean, they're both him. So like Steve's creepy banner. Oh, Steve, you have not heard this? Okay. Um, so somebody might have to do something here and explain this better than I can, because every time I hear it, I start laughing and I miss details. But from my understanding is, I'll let chat decide what this is, because I don't want to be called for slander in this case. There's a rumor having to do with taking doggy style to a whole nother level. Whale panties. That's a solid one too. Best Lurf fluffer. Yeah. Oh my, is it? Think of it this way. Uh, he was the driver in that one, from what I understand, or maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Somebody else can explain it a little more. All I know is that I believe it came out this year, and I believe somebody mentioned the rumor, and it came from another flat earther about that. But I'm going to leave it at that. Someone in chat, I'm sure, is already typing away the story. Yeah, but Cygnus, was he was he the passenger or the driver in that particular train? No, caller. This one's the tobacco one. I hit the weed one earlier, and I don't need to be that far gone today. Oh, the Apple horse paste from Tractor Supply. Yeah, that was a. See, here's the part. Like, and Icy mentioned this in one of the voice chats the other day. Is this has been a crazy fucking year. Like, I've been around, on the outskirts of this for about 3 or 4 years now, I guess. And like most people, I start with Simon Dan. And then I went to MC Tune and FTFE. And then I started picking up some of the other ones that were out there, Wolfie, Critical Think, and stuff like that. Like most people, like I couldn't believe that this was actually happening. And to be honest, when I watched a few debunking videos, and I said, I got to check this out for myself. So I paused and I started listening. I went to the source. I went to Dubé's 200 Proofs. And for about the first 30 seconds, I'm like, all right, this guy seems to kind of know, things like geometry and stuff like that. This is going to be interesting. And then like I'm pausing and going to look stuff up, and I'm realizing that there's places he's naming in that we see too far bullshit that don't exist. And I'm like, where the fuck is he getting this stuff from? And then he started getting to some of his other claims, and I'm like, no, that's not right. And next thing you know, I'm now full going debunking on Twitter and stuff like that, and just hammering people because it's just like around that same time my daughter got TikTok. I started seeing what was on TikTok, and I'm like, this place is a fucking cesspool. And yeah, no, but I need to mute that tab. So that's where we are. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry. You asked. So I'm trying to provide enough context for you. Did Cygnus answer who was driving that particular train? He was a driver. Okay. Okay. He wasn't the passenger of that train. Well, I guess we should say he wasn't the engine in the train. He was the caboose. If the train's going forward. I got some electric Kool-Aid earlier today. I took a 5-hour nap. I've done shit like that where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hit this a little bit and I'll be fine. And next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, I forgot Gorilla Glue glues me to the couch and I'm not gonna move for the next 3 hours. The house could burn down around me. I wouldn't give a shit. Yes, don't forget to like that smash button. All right, so we got a couple changes. We went ahead and added the cats to the Rear Admiral Award. I'm okay with that. We added a couple people to the participation trophy, so it wasn't just a winner by default. Although I'm going to admit the winning by default was part of the humor, but I'm okay because of the participants that we have are pretty non-participation. And to be honest, instead of Kevin, I could really put Ryan Shea's name on there from the Shiva panel. You know, the flat earther who did the intro, and that was it. But Kevin's participation was laughable. And plus, I've been beating that dead horse for the last few months, so I wanted to get one more gag in. What can I say? I'm selfish. Would you guys grow up already and do cocaine like adults? Uh, well, panties, you know what? While it's easy to find you with your name the way it is, due to your contributions tonight, you deserve a spanner. Wesley's here. Wesley, how you doing, bud? It was rather comical watching you trigger Geo last night. That was funny. Thank you for that. I thoroughly enjoyed that in Icy's video tonight while I was prepping for the stream. Now, if anybody in their right mind is going to come in here and say, you guys are all mods and everything else. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. It's my channel. I can do what I want. The reason why people are mods is because A, I have a bad habit of not watching chat. B, I cover every fucking time zone in the world this way. And C, this way people can swear and use links to post shit that they want me to look at. Speaking of looking at, have all of you gone and clicked on Jaren's video, "'Twas the week before Christmas on a globe"? If you haven't, you need to. I'm so telling on Steve and 80. What are they talking about? Oh, you guys are talking about, okay, what the last one. Okay, I get it. Oh, Trucker, you're not a mod. You know, you're right. You're not a mod. I don't recognize the name, but you know what? You're catching me in a day where I'm having fun and drinking rum. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause for station identification. Logic, why aren't you one either? God, what the dude? I start slacking. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a quick video. We are going to play David's video because I'm going to tell you that I make a cameo in it. I am in the pantheon of debunkers in this video because in this specific scene in the video, you have the likes of FTFE, MC Toon, Whatcast, The Drunk Debunk Show, Simon Dan, Dave McKeegan, Dave Farina, Professor Dave. Who else? Creaky Blinder. There's a lot of people in it. And in the lower right-hand corner, not in a Hawaiian shirt, but in a hoodie, is yours truly. So we're going to go ahead and play that real quick so I can get a refill. What the fuck is it called? Doodle Sound Lab? Is that what it is? Yes. Here we go. Stop. Okay, here's what I need you guys to do. If the world's depending on me, we're all fucked. That's all I got to say. Who's Mr. B? Mr. B, welcome for being here. Welcome, 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 welcome. God, I sound like fucking lad. Here we go. Let's do this. I really, look, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to play the opening video to the Humblies. I kind of wanted to. I really want to, but I kind of want to save it. And it's funny because it's killing CMS because he wants everyone's take on it too, because it's really good. And I really want you guys to see it, but at the same time, I want you guys to be there to be like, oh wow, this is fucking crazy. So yeah. I could do the teaser opening. Yes, you're right. I could. Yeah, I see. Especially with that new opening that you mentioned. First time catching me live. Well, great. You know what? I'm glad you're here and we're able to catch me live. Thank you, Mr. B, for being here. All right, it's refill time. I need to do the refill. What is... I see. Is that thing you sent me, is that the one from the opening? You just forwarded to me? Okay. Is that a 15-second clip? Or is that the full one? This delay kills me. Like I'm used to getting answers. Yeah, it's just a teaser. Okay, cool. We'll play that when we get back. I need rum. And you guys need rum. And that's what we're going to do. So everyone go use the bathroom, go get a refill. We'll be right back after station identification from a word from our sponsors of David's and his whatever video.
Still, the sun is obstructed by the horizon every day at the same angular width. It does not shrink to a point.
Yeah, whatever you say.
In a flat world, full of professors, debunkers, and globetards, you must fight to survive. One man, one brain cell, and one magic spell. Whatever. In the shadow depths of the comment section, a hero in pink caught some global attention. As he collected his balls and casted his nets, he went to Mactoon and said the sun never sets. Dick Wayne, flat to the core, never changing his brain. Who cares? Whatever. Talking to him is an impossible endeavor, Dick Wayne. Satellites orbit the horizon bends. Dick just says we can't know this, my friends. Every stream he'll be there, keeping his legs stiff to ask the simple question:
Where do most of the Earth live?
Dick Wayne thinks gravity's funny, lets his ignorance reign. Don't care. Whatever. Head in the sand, stuck on stupid forever. Dick Wayne. Michael Mactoon and Craig McNeil totally slayed them like a light meal. Destroyed them with one word, pretty clever. All I had to say to them was simply, whatever. I've been asking these questions for 10 years, bruh, just so I could answer them all with one big nuh-uh. Dick Wayne, he who thinks the setting sun is insane. Who knows? Whatever. Can't admit that he's wrong and not very clever, Dick Wayne. Dick Wayne.
All right. Sorry. So that is David's video. It's Doodle Sound Labs. He's the one who made the original Wankzoid music video, which was great. So we have a lot of talent in this community. We have Conspiracy Music Studios. We have Real Harnold. We have Dougal Dog in his panel that he made for the Shiva panel, which to me is brilliant in his own right because it's all done with signs. And now we have David's with his. Now, this came out 2 days ago. If you guys aren't a subscriber of Doodle Sound Labs, you guys need to go over there now and subscribe. Now, the funny thing is, stop here. Go here. Go here. I got everybody but fucking Max. I'm sorry, Max. My bad. But yeah, this is AI me right here. And I think that's my what the fuck look. I think I use that pretty often. But yeah, I was like, dude, why'd you put me in this pantheon? He goes, well, you're a debunker. I'm like, yeah, but he was talking about the transitions, and it was pretty funny because I want to play something for you guys. We were talking about the transitions here. I want you to listen for the word globetard and see who pops up on the screen. You guys ready?
full of professors, debunkers, and globetards.
And you said he had to change the timing of it because I was coming in on the word globetard, but I'm happy to say that I'm no longer on the word globetard. That's now right after Matt from Whatcast. Who's upper left? That is Professor Dave Farina, a much younger Dave, before he started dealing with this shit. If you haven't watched some of his drinking streams, which I think is hilarious, by the way, because I love them because that's what I do. His most recent one going against some current pseudoscience and government and stuff, excuse me, is hilarious because he sits down and his hair is fine. And about a half hour in, his hair on the side of his head is now straight out because he's doing this. So, yeah. Yeah, I was honored to be included with this particular group of people. And it's funny because like McKeegan is like the most pensive of the bunch. Like, everyone else has got like more or less a neutral face, except for me. I got to redo it with Max. Oh, you mean when I list them all? Okay. Here, let me list them all for you guys. Okay, real quick. Here, I'm sure you guys already know this, but I want to make sure I give Max his due. We have right here, Mr. Dave Farina. We have Max from Euromate Talks, which my bro Max wearing an LA hat, obviously sits well with me being from LA. You all should know who this gentleman is. We have Creaky Blinder. We have Matt from Whatcast. We have FTFE. We have Dave McKeegan. We have Simon Dan. We have Mike from the Drunk Debunk Show. And the gentleman who lives in every flat earther's head, rent-free, MC Tune, my partner in the Shiva experiment, and yours truly, right here. Yeah, I'm going to do the teaser right now. Pull this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Let's pull this across. Pull this back. No, stop. What the fuck, Chuck? Come on. The hell's going on over here? Great. Let's do the full screen. That's right, Wesley. Shills, each and every one of them. Although I'm not monetized, so I'm not a shill yet. But I'm working my way there. Upper left, what a boomer. I know. The nerve of putting Professor Dave in the upper left, I tell you. Bunch of know-it-alls, if you ask me. Yeah, I know. Fucking absolute jerks. Everyone are a bunch of assholes. All right, here we go.
Ladies and gents.
That's it. That's the teaser. But here's what we can do. Am I still on full screen? Yeah, I'm still on full screen. Let's do this. Let me go back over here. Let me pull this across. Nope, nope, nope. Where did I hide it? Hold on. I need to. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. All right. The whole intro is only 3 minutes plus, like 3:40, but I'm going to give you 30 seconds as a teaser because 2 reasons. A, you'll get to see me, and B, you'll get to see the Humbly in all its glory. Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. I see. Yeah, it was a boring teaser. It wasn't enough. I got to give the people what they want. So let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. All right, let's bring this back across. All right, guys, here's your 30-second sneak peek into the Humblies. In case you didn't realize, between the nominations and the couple sneak peeks and stuff like that, you are in the sausage factory seeing how it's made. Here we go.
Ladies and gents, truth dodgers all, welcome tonight to the flattest ball where facts take breaks and crayons soar and confidence outruns the math by far.
Everybody see it? Did it not show up? Yeah, that was supposed to be me. So like I said, AI seems to add about 25 pounds and age me about 15 years. Uh, why am I blurry? Hold up. What's the timestamp? 23. Okay, cool. Let me close this. Let me open this up somewhere else here. Hold on. Got too many browsers.
You must.
All right. Do you guys want to watch this one more time? Dan Van Dyke. Yeah, I know. AI does not like me. I don't get it. Let's watch it one more time. Okay. Here's your 30-second intro. Here's your sneak peek. Here we go. Yeah, I see. The 33 in the beginning was.
Ladies and gents, truth dodgers all, welcome tonight to the flattest ball where facts take breaks and crayons soar and confidence outruns the math by far.
There you go. So this, whoops. Don't do this to me. Are we dropping frames? Nope. Like, that's about 20 pounds heavier and about, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds older. And I just noticed something else, by the way. I'm wearing a wedding ring in this. So, yeah, I'm not so sure. But hey, you know what? Everything else on this is absolutely high-end production. And I have had to up my game to a whole new level doing my transitions and everything else to keep with the same production value. So, but yes, there are some cameos in here. And you'll be happy to see them. Because I'm married to the globe. Yeah, no shit. Wedding ring foreshadowing? No, 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 no. Yes, did get the shirt right. And that's what I'll be wearing. Not that shirt. I'll probably wear one of my red ones, but I will be wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a suit coat because this is it. When do we get the whole thing? Either December 29th or 30th. I'm still working out times with the presenters and also to make sure Olivia is here because with all the buttons to press, she's got to be Johnny on the spot and she's going to be helping out. Dan stole Cece's wedding ring as if the hair wasn't enough. So, Cygnus, now this is funny. As I've been trying to, like, I've been doing production notes on my, like you guys can see my fucking monitor. On my monitor right here, I'm doing production notes, like what slide to use where, when to hit the applause track, when to hit the drum roll, things like that. And it's all going to be mapped to my Stream Deck. So, basically Olivia is going to be sitting off to the side hitting buttons. Hopefully not mashing them, but so the idea as I was trying to do these production notes, and everything else, I'm like, I am absolutely fucking stupid to try to do this live. It would be so much easier if everyone just recorded their spots. I cut it together and premiered it and called it a day. But I want to see it live. Like I want to see it with you guys live. I want to see if I can pull it off. Yeah, CSA, she can hold her own against Flurf, so I think she can manage a few buttons. She can tie her shoes too, so. No, you talking about this stream I see? No, this stream's going to be ending very shortly. In the next 20 minutes. Because you guys are all going to go over to Yerba Mate and Tox, I hope. But whatever. Hey, Steve, thanks for thanks for dropping in. I'll catch up with you later tonight. We'll touch base, figure out what's what. You missed those 10-hour streams? Oh, he's 11:30. Okay. Yeah, Marcus, I kind of did the same thing, but then I started thinking about it, like I also wear baggy jeans and Vans and basically just have the whole aura of being a surfer dude on the wrong coast. So I just kind of leaned into it more. But yeah, so there you guys go. You guys got a sneak peek. You got to see. We got to add to some of the awards. I'm ecstatic about it. I'm super excited about this. I can't wait. Hopefully, we pull this off, and it's going to be fun. Marcus, if you didn't have tie dyes, I'd be wondering. And if you weren't wearing some kind of like Kiva sandal or Birkenstocks in the snow, I'd be wondering too. So yeah, that's it. That's our nomination show. That's how everything kind of goes through. So you guys have roughly, let's say 20 minutes to get your final ones in. And when you get your final ones in, I will let's see. Now, Steel City had a very, very interesting nomination. It did not make it. He had who, where is it? Anthony Bear with the most recent or one of the most recent Simon Dan videos where he uses cardboard for the Great Circle maps and obviously does them poorly on a globe. And then he tries to stick the Gleason map on the globe, which was a fail in its own right, but a strong contender for best use of crayon. But I think that I don't think he quite rates in the same level as the other four. Yeah, I just checked. I see it. It's 11:30. But I'm not going to go to 11:30. Otherwise, I'll end up passing out on the floor, and I won't be watching. I'll be watching Max from the bathtub or something. Yes, they said the person he thought should be nominated got in, so he's happy. That's good. Uh, I I think, in all honesty, I think we have some really strong groups here. I think that there is some. I think that the I think that the voting panel is is in for some tough choices. So but no, there are some of these categories are really strong. I mean, there's some. I mean, it can go any way. But I definitely. I mean, I thought about doing polls and votes and everything else, but in a way, I don't. I want the surprise to be the reveal. So we're gonna just do it this way and just make it my own way. All right, we're gonna close. They're gonna close this last poll because I forgot to do it. Do you guys think I should put Ashton in for the running for the Rear Admiral Award? Huh? Interesting. I mean, there's a few others that I covered that we can put in too. Remember that crazy lady from New York with all the red shirts and thought that the cargo plane that was a turboprop going over her house was part of Operation Looking Glass, and that the radar just sounded different. Remember that lady? She'll be on some more live streams and videos coming up, because she goes off the deep end talking about BWAN or body WAN, and how you can be injected with all these transmitters and they communicate with Wi-Fi, and drones can target you and through your cell phone. They can map out everything about you and stuff like that. While some of that is true to a certain extent, it's not the extent that she claims it to be. But she's like this lady in West Virginia. She moved from New York City, lives in West Virginia. She writes on a whiteboard a lot, holds up a lot of pieces of paper, and when she wants to share her screen, she moves her camera right over her shoulder to share her screen, because she doesn't, I don't know. It was an easy question. Okay. All right. Well, maybe we have to add Ashton Forbes, but the problem is we already have 5. So who do we drop to put Ashton in there? Now we could throw him in the technical awards for most dragged. Oh yeah, CSA, that'd be fun. Mud Fossil University. Yeah. Some of these people, like, there is so much derp to cover, and I spread myself really thin to where I've been asking people for clips and help. And like, I'll just say now, I have a personal favorite for the Rear Admiral Award, and I've been sent some stellar clips. In fact, we're going to go into some of those clips right now. Hold on a second. Because they're just not. Oh, wait, hold on. If you guys know the channel Eduardo Igirisu 6, Andrew is his name. He's a debunker also. Let me put his channel. Let me just bring up his channel as well here for a minute. Here, let me just share my screen real quick, and I'll show you guys who I'm talking about. He came up with here, just basically another channel for you to subscribe to. He takes a lot of shots at Roger and Fagatoid. He's another one who did a call out on a post. He saw one of my videos, liked the video, and said, "Why are you here? If you're reading this, you should be, subbed over here." So, he's helped promote my channel too. He's a great guy. So, I asked him specifically, because he has a lot of shorts, if he had the clips that I could use. And he was able to find a few and everything else. But the other thing that I want to bring up here, let me go to my email now. Let's see. His nominations, I'm just going to read them out loud so you guys can be part of this. For math, he has clearly Rogers 6 times 4 being almost 30 is a contender. As is his, hey Siri, what's 8 times 25? Same thing I said. So Dead Horse, he said, perhaps not quite meeting the definition of the topic, but Saab's insistence that Newton's work on gravity wasn't published until after his death is an easily disproven fantasy. You know, I actually haven't heard that one yet, so not as strong. Best use of crayon. Fapsoid using MS Paint to inadvertently draw a diagram of how to measure an angle from a curved surface. Kind of right up there with the Radio Horizon one. That's a strong one. He also says Fapsoid has to get an award for his channel rebrand in April, including pulling all wrenches, and the slow but inevitable return to doing FE most days within about 6 months. He proposes the Simone Biles Most Backflips Award. Now that's funny. But we have that in the Rear Admiral Award. We have that also in there. Here's one. Zesta back from burnout needs a nomination for the most insane loophole finding. That's got some legs. That definitely has some legs. He also says Brian's logic would not admit that Polaris isn't the exact center of rotation, despite me showing him star trails, photos of it, marking out a circle. Well, that's just that's like power of nah. I'm not sure that goes up to the same amount of level of nah, but it's close. And I got Sleeping Warrior to claim that south isn't directly opposite north. Wow, that's interesting. All right, so let's go back. So some of the clips, and I got these today. Okay. I want you guys to hear this. Hold on, we got to download a bunch of these things here. All right.
They're saying somebody is stupid on our panel for some
You know what
reason.
V-Forge is?
Well, you're the stupidest flat earther, and I'm the dumbest, right?
Oh,
Isn't that
yeah,
how it goes?
absolutely.
It's okay to be stupid. At least we know we're stupid.
So Roger's the stupider one, JJ's the dumb one, and somebody else on the panel is basically saying it's okay for us to be stupid, and we are stupid. I mean, not wrong. I guess some self-awareness. Let's see, what's I have not actually heard this one yet, so let's hear what this one is.
Work. I was a journeyman, and I first started out. I think I was making like 15 an hour doing it. That's back in the 80s.
That's pretty good money, man. Back in the 80s. That's real good.
You're sitting out there on a cold morning on a construction site bending PVC conduit.
If only I knew then what I know now, I would have bought more Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, you could invest in them.
So wait, did he say he was a journeyman at 15? And I want to talk about bending PVC conduit. I call bullshit. Holy shit. Exactly, Steve. How do you bend PVC? Hold on, let me go find this other one. Holy shit, the derp got worse. His latest stream is reviewing Bob the Science Guy. They've been going on for an hour and 20 minutes and have not got 2 minutes into Bob's 7-minute video. I have lost the will to live. Mike Gurney, I appreciate you beyond measure sometimes. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this one's good. Can you yeah, fucking download it already. Fuckers.
Neither did I, but
Did you learn anything in high school? Anybody? Raise your hand.
I learned that high school people don't give a crap about whether you learn anything.
I know. You got to be a go-getter and get those grades and learn calculus like no tomorrow, because you're not going to have a career when you get older.
You know, I don't think I've ever used algebra, not maybe one time, and it was to figure out something stupid, like some kind of a thing that somebody asked me a question about. It wasn't even like anything I really needed. I've never gotten to use any of the stuff they taught me in school, not really. Except maybe like balancing a checkbook, but I'm not even sure they taught me that.
I can balance a checkbook. Anybody can balance a checkbook. You can add.
Well, maybe not anybody, but yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Well, mainly, they teach you compliance and how to follow orders.
Yeah, they teach you. Yeah, they're supposed to be teaching you how to teach yourself something.
Produce.
That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have science clubs and stuff, and you get to go to chess club, and I've been through the rigmarole. I mean,
No, you haven't.
I gave up on it in seventh grade because I did not see me go anywhere, because I never really got any real answers when I raised my hand.
7th grade, folks. 7th grade.
He's over this guy Trillian's talking about Starlink's not the government. It's funny, dude.
Well, it's they contracted with. But.
Yeah. It's just funny as hell, dude. I've worked in the satellite industry, dude. Just go away. Bye-bye. I have.
Doing what? Cleaning offices like you did at the USGS when you finally admitted that? Oh, and this one. This is the one.
To it, but there's a couple of group of people like Ruhiv, and there's a few of the heads over in Europe where they're at, that they all congregate together at his house, and they all associate with McTone. And when they do like they do these fundraisers, they get super chats. So they'll do a 20-hour stretch. They're all in the same house, and they all pull money from all the professorships and stuff around whatever part of England he's in right now. So
it's kind of like a reality show from MTV.
Yeah, kind of like that. I watched some. They did a 20-hour fundraiser for TFE for him to go, and
did they bring Puck?
It was McToon was doing the fundraiser, but they were doing it with Craig and him too. And Dave McKeegan walked out of one of the back rooms in like his underwear, and that 20 hours into the stretch,
he was ready. He was ready to potty.
Yeah, I think it was McKeegan or one of the group members are over there with him. They were all like bunked up together, and they're doing a 20-hour stretch, just doing super chats and bragging on fundraisers, raise money for TFE. I think he got $20,000 from McToon. That's what he got for that. They're in super chats.
So it's probably being paid for him to go and run around and do all this ridiculous stuff. Obviously, he's talking about feminism and having a debate, but they didn't do any research. They beat.
I call bullshit on that one, and I just got one more to play for you guys. In the event that the panel is watching this video, well, actually, I got two I want to give you. Let's see. Was it this one?
I did apply for a job in Antarctica today.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be I think it was a tool, something with tools. I can't remember. It's one of their maintenance guys out on the ice. So if I get a job down there, they'll ship me down there. And during the solstice, I can do my observation.
Yep.
Yeah. Save a lot of hassle. It was my Murdoch where I applied for. So
I drove twice this week. I drove a lot. I drove yesterday.
I did apply for a job in Antarctica today.
McMurdoch Station. Doesn't remember what the job was that he applied for. Doesn't remember where it's at. Mispronounced it. But yeah, McMurdoch Station. There you go. I think it was this one.
So there it is. I'm going to do up to 8 people. So 8 times 25. How much is that? Let's do the math real quick. Hold on. 8. Hey Siri, what's 8 times 25? Hey Siri, what's 8 times 25? Quick.
8 times 25 is 200.
Yeah, $200. So there it is.
How can this man not be a front runner for the Rear Admiral Award? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to sway anybody because all of those 5 are strong contenders. Wes, is this one of you? I don't remember if this was you or somebody else.
And how come your GoFundMe was only for like $6,000 or $8,000?
You didn't read it, dude. I did it in quadrants.
Why? Okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why?
No, wait a minute. Shut up.
Why would you do it in quadrants? Go ahead, explain it to me.
Because when I set the 40,000 up, they said it was best to do this in quarters. This is the recommendation of GoFundMe. This is what they said. I said, okay. This is what they offered me to do. So I do it.
Why would you do it? Why would you do it in quadrants?
Ask them. This is just their idea. It's a better way to not overwhelm people with your huge GoFundMe.
Okay, so in quadrants, why did you only ask for 6,000?
They're divided up into 4s, dude. That's what they did.
So you were asking for 24,000, not 40 or 30. Dude. So you weren't asking for 30,000. You were asking for 24,000.
It was like it's close to 30, I think.
No, 6,000 isn't close to 30. Good try.
4 times 6. What is it?
You don't know?
No. I need help with math, dude.
Wow. And how come your GoFundMe?
And this is the man who claims to understand time dilation and why it doesn't work. Blood. Monkey said I asked him the same question, got the same answer. Yeah. Look, I'm not trying to sway anyone. I just want to make sure you have all the information available. That's all I got to say. So those of you on the panel, I'm just providing you with more information as it becomes available. That's all I'm doing. For those of you who might not be aware of Roger per se, or may not be overly exposed to him, I want to make sure you understand what it is that we're going through. How about we play one more, just for shits and giggles? Because I want to talk about time zones. No. We don't want to do time zones. We want to do with boiling temp of water. That's what we want to do.
Water boils at what temperature again?
Salations.
Anybody?
What is it? 1300 or?
Well,
I forget.
Celsius is I think 31 degrees. I think it boils at. Fahrenheit, it's what's the boiling point? It's like 100, 102, 101 degrees.
Yeah.
Water boils at what temperature again?
Salations.
Holy shit. My hot water heater set for 120 is not boiling. Yeah, Steve, 100 Celsius, not 100 Fahrenheit, you fucking idiot. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the panel has all the information. That's all. I just want to make sure that they, that they're able to come to a decision in the good conscience. I am not trying to sway this whatsoever. All five.
Yeah, I was just saying the sun circuit's wider than what they're saying. That's why they have 32 time zones in the south as opposed to 22 in the north, where the central circuit is. So when it does its circuit out there, the further it gets closer to the tropics, the wider that circuit gets. So you have 30 more time zones. That's a 24-hour section of where the sun is, or 12 hours. Sorry, 12-hour sections in time zones. So there's 32 12-hour time zones in the south. So there's definitely more land. That's why they divided it all up into different time zones, and they get wider as it goes to the south. But they narrowed it into a point. So they had to bring in the meridians closer together, and that's why they fudged them around. It's and that's why you got the time, the date and time, the timeline missing 3 hours. There are other time zones that are just whack, dude. They're insane.
Did he mean the international dateline?
So they can make it look like anything they want to. Yeah, I was just saying the sun circuit's wider than what they're.
Okay, for those who are just may have been concussed. There are 32 12-hour time zones in the south, and that time zone line, there's a 3-hour difference between them. And he's talking about the two islands where I forget the name of them. One's named Little. One was it Little, not Little Devon. Little it's in the Bering Strait. One is Alaska, one is Russia, and there's 3 hours time zones, and they're 6 miles apart. Time zones are geopolitical, you clusterfuck. Why does China have 5 fucking time zones? It spans 5 time zones, but only has one. Why does Nepal have one that's 45 minutes and India that has one that's 30? Why does Iran have 30? Why does Australia, one of its states, not follow daylight savings time, where Adelaide is, but every other one does? And why doesn't Arizona do that in the U.S.? How come Alaska, up until 1984, had 4 time zones and now has 2? Oh my God. Yeah, Cygnus, he learned it from Witsit, but I don't think he learned it correctly. I'm just trying to get my head around 12-hour time zones. Like, huh? Oh. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, I'm just putting that out there. That's all I got to say. And that thing where they're bunking together, that's just weird. Like, they have different backgrounds. They are in definitely different places. I don't remember a single stream when McKeegan came out in his underwear. Like, it's just, it's weird, dude. Like, put down the sock, all right? Chill. It's just, yeah. So here's the thing. Something to look forward to. All the categories will be red for the nominees because each one gets their own chance to add their own personal flavor to them. And then, well, I'm going to try to keep it short, like 2 or 3 sentences. If you guys are watching, 2 or 3 sentences for each one, please. Let's not make it a dissertation, because I'm going to be drinking the whole time. Oh, speaking of which, it's time for a refill. Why is the rum gone? So the other question is, by the way, I love having a little fridge down here. It's fucking amazing. When I remember to stock it. So, everyone gets a chance to read their little, their little roasts and burns and stuff like that, and we get to go through it. But when we get to the grand prize, the Rear Admiral's Award, it'll be clips. So, if you're here and you're in my Discord, I may be asking for some help. Yeah, Hidden Lands, bro. We did I did a live stream on that because there was this esoteric lady talking about the international date line and why it was red and white, because it's the same. They use red and white because it's the same color as the barber pole, and therefore it's a metaphor for them trimming out 3 hours, like 3 time zones. And she used like the border of the US and Canada to span how long 3 time zones are, and threw it way up there in the north, and said that it was 1,000 miles, and that's where Jesus lives, according to these old maps and everything else. We did a live stream on that, and I think I stroked out during that one, or had an aneurysm. I don't remember, one of the two. One part of Indiana doesn't do daylight savings, and the rest does. See, look, that's just causing chaos. That's what that is. I don't know how to phrase that any other way. That's just straight chaos. I know, Big Fish. Why is it 32? Should be 33. And it's funny, if you've seen their drawing of it, they have the 22 or whatever it is. I don't know what year they're using, but they have the 22 around the north, right? And then it stops at the equator. All those lines stop. And then new lines start that are spread out, that are supposed to match, but don't, because there's 10 extra ones. Specifically, between, they like to throw a lot of them out there between Australia and South America. Again, not understanding it's a geopolitical decision. It's like, oh my God, the time zones one are the ones that just irk me the most, because this is so dumb. Just think for half a fucking second. It possibly be that the Pacific Ocean is large, and they put the line where there was at least the least amount of land to pass through, probably. The dome is in Antarctica. Also, there are more lands past Antarctica. So these lands are inside or outside the dome? Fair question, Foxworth. Fair question. We need to know. West Oz is an entirely different, is almost an entirely different continent to me. I've never been over there. It's freaking long drive. Yeah, I've been in Western Australia. I've been to Perth, and yeah, it's like the only fucking, it's like the most, I think it's the most isolated city, or what they consider metropolis, in the world. One of them. Perth was amazing to me. You get in the car, and you, as you leave the city limits, the road just turns from pavement to dirt. Just ends and turns into dirt. I'm just like, should not have been wearing my white uniform today. But yeah. So there we go. That's all I wanted to share with you guys today. So remember, if you have nominations, this is what you're nominating for. And we will be presenting these on the 30th. I will make sure that I get my microfiber cloth out and buff them all up, make them look nice and shiny. And we're going to try to do this live. So buckle up, because shit can go haywire quick. That's all I got to say. But yeah, I just want to say thank every one of you guys for your nominations, for your help with the streams, for your help with the clips, for everything. Support of this channel, because we are up to 477 subs. So we are 23 from our first milestone away of 500. We're 23 away from our first milestone of 500. Look, I'm already fucking it up. And yeah, we're going to throw a party at 500. Yeah, I highly recommend you guys have some booze. It's love you too, monkey. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting each and every stream and each and every video, being part of Discord, making my life and this hobby of mine that much more enjoyable. It would suck to stream to like 0 people. And I'm glad that there has been a fair number of you guys bouncing in and out. I think we maxed out around 40-ish or so. So that's about par. That's normal. And that's 10% of my sub count. So I'll take that. That's a plus for me. So I greatly appreciate it. Be on the lookout. ILS will be out. MC Toon said he's going to help me promote it once I get it done, if it meets up to his standards. So I'm trying to do well on that and get the standards up. I rewrote a few sections because I got some constructive criticism that I realized was on point. And but it's over and we're done with now. We're just in the editing phase, get it over and done with. And then we'll move on to Harp. So Joe can finally say that Harp came out. It's only been like, what, 9 fucking months now, or 8 months, or 6 months, something like that. It's been crazy. But yeah. So love you all. You guys, my digital family, I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode. And it'll probably be before the awards ceremony. We'll probably get together before then. When exactly, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But I won't talk to you guys beforehand. So Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, whichever you celebrate. Solstice, Festivus, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. I already said whatever. Wish you and yours all the best. And we will see you guys on the other side of it. So don't forget to tip your waitresses, and we will see you next time. In fact, I'll see you over at Max's. In fact, why don't you head over there now? You're in Mate Talks in about 45 minutes.